Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. So glad to have you guys with me on today. We are about to have an awesome time. I am going to try and pull up the chat here just to make sure that you all can hear me. If you are in the chat and you are live with me, Marianne, if you guys can, I saw Marianne in there. I saw JL Cooper in there as well. If you guys are still with me, if you guys can hit the uh, I guess it would be if you can hit something in there to let me know that you guys can hear me. Okay, so everybody says they can hear me. Thank you, Marianne. Okay, good. I'm glad. All right, guys, I'm so excited to be here with you guys on today. We're going to be talking about how to create an awesome YouTube channel. I'm really excited about this particular video, first of all, because this is a video that I've decided to really give away to all of my consultation clients and individuals who book consultations with us. This is sort of to help them with the framework and to sort of give them some reminders about some of the things that they need to do. And I'm just really excited about this particular video. So I just want to thank all of you who are joining me. I've got some stuff set up here so I can kind of multitask and look at some things all over. So I'm really excited. So welcome to the video, guys. This is something that we're going to be doing here on the channel, and we're going to be allowing individuals to sort of come in live with us on Wednesdays. And for those of you that may not be aware, we actually have a live webinar that we do typically on Saturdays, but we're going to be giving you guys an opportunity here on the channel to sort of take advantage of those webinars. And so I'll be giving you guys some more information about that. All right, so I don't want to keep you long. If you know me, you guys know that I typically like to get into the meat of things right away. And so there's going to be nothing different about this live video as well. And if you're here, please make sure that you do hit the like button as well as the subscribe button if you haven't done so. We're going to be giving a lot of good, valuable tips and information, and we want to make sure that you're able to plug in and really become a part of what we have going on here. So I want to welcome all of you, those of you that are going to watch the replay, those of you that are here with me live. I just thank all of you for being here at this particular point. All right, so let's get into it a little bit today. I want to first of all thank our community, the Digital Learn Academy community, because this community is a community that helps me to be able to make these types of videos and tutorials. And these individuals so undergird our community with an $8 a month membership, and those individuals help us to be able to bring great teachings and great lessons and things like that out. And so I just want to give a shout out to the community. Thanks to you guys. You guys help us to learn, grow, and build, and help individuals build their digital business. If you want more information about the Digital Learn Academy, you can find a link in the description below, and all that information will be there for you. All right, so let's just get into the thick of things here. Why listen to me? All right, about YouTube. For those of you that don't know, I have been a YouTube content creator probably since maybe 2006, 2007. YouTube started, I believe, in 2005, and I started creating content for YouTube back then around that particular time. So I've been creating content for quite a long time. When people see my content and they see stuff that I've done on social media, my intros, my outros, my graphics, and all the stuff that I use, for the most part, most people are very inquisitive and they want to know, Marcellus, what is it that you're doing? How are you able to do the stuff that you're doing and all the stuff that you're doing? And I've been able to put in some work processes and some things into place to ensure the fact that I'm able to work more efficiently, and I have a systematic approach to how I do that. And I think that, when you come alongside and you learn from me, I think that you're going to be able to put some practical things into place, and you're going to learn a lot of good information. In our webinars, one of the things that I get from a lot of the students and people who attend my webinars, the number one thing that people always tell me afterwards is they'll go, Marcellus, you just gave me some stuff that I never even thought about. And now I have the ability to sort of think about that stuff and put that stuff into place. And so I'm always really excited to sort of help people and have those sort of aha moments, because I know how pivotal aha moments are in a business and in a business process. And so I want to make sure that you're able to have some aha moments. And hopefully through this webinar, you're going to have some aha moments. Now, let me tell you something. I'm someone who gets results. I try and get results for my clients. And by the way, if you see any misspellings on this PowerPoint, I went very quick with this, but make sure you point them out to me later, so I can correct it. Because I already see stuff when I do stuff. I'm like, oh wow, and I didn't see it when I was going over it. But anyway, make sure that you guys, reach out to me. But I will tell you this. Entrepreneurs aren't perfect. We just purposeful, and we make sure that we're working in our business and on our business and on ourselves. And so you don't have to be perfect. The process doesn't have to be perfect. And so that's one of the first things that I'll tell you. Now, make sure that you grab a pen and piece of paper, because not everything that I'm going to say to you is going to be in on these slides. And so you're going to need to write some things down. I don't typically like to use PowerPoint. I'm more of a mind mapper, and I like to, just bullet point things, because if you're knowledgeable about a subject matter, you don't necessarily need to have all of these PowerPoints. Most of the time you could just use, a mind mapping process. And that's typically how I do our webinars on Saturday. Now, I'm somebody also who has gotten millions of views on YouTube. I have to tell you, one of my channels, the videos 200,000, 300,000 views on one particular video. And it's important that you understand the process of doing this so that you can really maximize your YouTube channel and grow your channel. And now, one of the other things that I'll say, I've been featured in a lot of other places. One of the places this year, I've actually been mentioned on the AppSumo website this year, actually twice. They featured me, I think, for Black History Month, and then they featured me for something else. I think it was for like up and coming something. And so I've been featured on various websites. I've been featured on AOL, Amazon, all kinds of websites. But the bottom line is, if I'm able to teach you some actionable tips, it doesn't matter where I was featured or how many subscribers I've got. It matters if you can put the stuff into place for yourself and work the system. And so that's the idea. And that's exactly what I want to teach you guys on today. All right. So let's get started. No fluff, no hype. Let's just get into it. All right. Make sure you have a pen and a piece of paper, because I promise you, I'm going to say some things and you're going to need to write some stuff down. All right. So the first thing I want to do is I want to talk to you about setting your business priorities. You have to really understand what the goal of your channel is going to be from day one. For most of you, if you already have an existing business, what you're trying to do is you're trying to sort of integrate YouTube into the existing business that you already have. And so you're trying to come up with ideas and processes to sort of help you to use YouTube so that you can increase your revenue, increase your brand awareness, increase individuals' knowledge about you and your brand. And so you want to make sure that you understand what your priorities are about from your channel before you even form your channel. And some of you who have come by this particular video, who have maybe had a YouTube channel for a while, and you're not really seeing any growth on your channel, and your channel is stagnant, of course, there are certain things that you can do to sort of revitalize your channel. But what I would tell you in the beginning is to just really sit down and reevaluate what it is that you're trying to do or build, and make sure that that sort of coincides with your goals, your business objectives, and making sure that you're able to do what it is that you want to do. So you want to set your business priorities. Know what the foundation of what you're trying to do from day one. If you build on the right foundation, you're going to be able to reap the rewards and the passive income that's necessary. Now, it's more than just super chats, and it's more than just cash apps. And I have to tell people this all the time. When they start doing YouTube lives or Facebook lives or live video in general, they're looking, of course, for some type of revenue stream, because if you haven't been monetized on YouTube first, they haven't given you haven't reached your 1,000 subscribers or whatever on that particular channel, you don't have some of the options that other content creators have. So how do you maximize your ability to earn? One of the ways that a lot of YouTubers do that is through Cash App, through Venmo, through some PayPal and some of those other payment processors. But if you don't have those things in place yet, you want to make sure that you're able to put things into place and be organized so that you'll have those things once you become monetized. But in the beginning, you can, of course, use Cash App and use Venmo and all those other things. But you want to make sure that those things are in line with your business goals and you're focused on the things that you want to do, if that makes sense. All right. So you want to set the right priorities and you want to make sure that you're doing the things that you need to be doing as far as that's concerned. All right. So the other thing that I will tell you, YouTube is a business. When I talk to people all the time about doing YouTube or setting up a YouTube channel, one of the fundamental things that I will teach them is the fact that YouTube is a business. Even though you're coming here and you're watching cat videos or you're watching your favorite vlogger, you need to understand that YouTube is a business. YouTube is about advertising. They're about reaching the right consumer. They're about making sure that the right ad prospect gets to the right product or video so that whatever that person is looking for on YouTube, they'll be able to find it. Now, for those of you that may not be aware, YouTube started, of course, in 2005. Google bought it in 2006. So the power of YouTube, Google was able to recognize it from the beginning, and they purchased it right away because it went in line with their business goals, because they wanted to be the number one search engine. And YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world. So if you're taking notes, you want to make a note of that. YouTube is actually the second largest search engine, not MSN, not Bing, not Yahoo, not all of those other places. When people go to look for something now, they look normally in one of two places: Google and then YouTube. Okay. If it's a product based service, if they're looking for the latest Snuggie, if they're looking for sunglasses, glasses, whatever it is they're looking for, if they found a product, 9 times out of 10, they're going to go to YouTube to actually look for that particular product and get more, information on that product, maybe get a demo of the product, a demonstration of the product. Somebody's maybe did a product review. So they're always going to go to YouTube to look for that information. And so you always want to keep that in mind also when you're thinking about building your YouTube. Now, YouTube reaches more U.S. adults between the ages of 13 and 34 than any other cable network. So that includes HBO, Showtime, Netflix, Hulu, HBO Max, all of that other stuff. If you're looking for an age group in between 18 and 34, YouTube is a central focus place where you can actually reach those individuals. And so understanding that YouTube is a business. Now, when I talk about this a lot of times with my clients, one of the things that I often tell them is when you understand that YouTube is a business, it really makes you sort of narrow down your focus and so that you can reach your ideal client. Because at the end of the day, you're trying to increase sales, increase brand awareness. You're trying to make sure that you can actually reach the ideal customer that you have. So recognizing it as a business. Now, if you did not know this or not, YouTube actually advertises on your videos regardless of whether you're monetized or not. So YouTube is going to make money from the videos and the content that you create regardless of whether you're monetized or not. So you having some type of plan outside of monetization in order to increase your revenue becomes really important when you understand the overarching goal of your business and what you're actually bringing to the table. So you need to understand that. And I cannot stress this enough. It's a business. So if it's a business, you need to look at it as a business. You need to treat it as a business. And when you treat and those of you who are in business, you know this. When you treat it as a business, you're able to quantify things and you're able to make sure that you're getting a return on your investment. You're getting a return on your time. You're getting return on all of the things that you sort of put into place to make sure that you're able to maximize what it is that you're doing. Okay. So just treat it as a business. And that's what I'll say there. Now, as I said before, YouTube is a way that people learn and shop. They come here for information, but they also come here to shop. So you can sort of tailor make certain things on YouTube to reach your ideal client and have the necessary links in your description to ensure the fact that you direct that client or potential client in the right direction. Okay, so you want to make sure that you're able to do that and you sort of focused in on that and you've made that a part of your business objective and goal. All right. Now, The other thing that you're able to do with YouTube is you can flat out monetize your passion. Okay. You need to learn how to monetize your passion and make money. Okay. From the videos that you are creating. Okay. It's important for you to understand that there's no time better than now to actually start a YouTube. Okay. Channel. When most people talk about YouTube, they think, oh, well, there's millions of views, videos being uploaded every minute. How am I going to distinguish myself from all of the other content creators? Well, here's the number one way that you're going to be able to distinguish yourself from other people. No one can beat you being you. Your personality, your ability to convey a message, your ability to, give them a USP, a unique selling proposition or a unique selling point. No one will be able to do that the way that you're able to do that. And if you understand that and you focus in on getting better with the content that you're creating and making sure that you're reaching your ideal customer, you will be able to be far above the rest of the crowd, because most of the crowd isn't going to invest what's necessary to learn, grow, and to build their online businesses and their online YouTube channels. So it's just important for you to understand, and you can monetize your passion. Here's another thing that I want to say. Whether you are a school teacher, whether you're a nurse, you have knowledge about something, and you have the ability now to earn income off of the knowledge that you have, off of what you have learned. So the stuff that you've learned, the stuff that you have grown from, the stuff that you've been able to produce, you're able to earn an income off of that. And that's really important for you to see and to know as well. Okay. Now, you'll hear a lot of people talk about know why you're doing what you're doing, right? You need to focus in on the why of YouTube and the why of your business and the why of why you're making the videos, why you're trying to start the blog, why you're trying to start whatever it is that you're trying to start. You have to learn that why. So it's essential that you know why you're doing that and why precisely your business and what precisely your business is looking to accomplish. Okay. So you want to make sure that even if you're focused in on YouTube, that you're looking at other platforms as well to know how those videos could fit with those platforms. Now, if you're writing things down, here's the first thing that I want you to write down. If you create content on YouTube, that piece of content can actually be broken down into smaller pieces of content, and you can share that content on multiple platforms. So you don't necessarily have to do more work except editing the videos for those other platforms, but you're able to create content one time, and you're able to break that content down into multiple pieces of content and earn revenue, drive traffic and other things on those other platforms. Okay. Now, these are the things that you really have to consider before you really dive into creating your videos to publish on YouTube. Second thing that you're going to write down. One of the things that I teach all of my students is if you are considering creating a YouTube channel, you want to create anywhere between 30 to 60 pre-recorded videos that you've already recorded and edited before you create your YouTube channel. Now, why do you want to do that? You want to do that because you want to, number one, train the algorithm, if you're writing this down. Number two, you want to make sure that once you produce these 30 to 60 videos, that you will have the ability to go back and read the data from Google that will let you know the average watch time, the click-through rates, and all of the data, so you can sort of determine what your audience is liking that you are producing. So you find out the videos that are doing the best on your channel, and you're able to tailor make your content based upon what people are engaging in and what they like in the beginning. Okay. And what you will find a lot of times is the videos that you like the best, your audience may not like the best, and you'll have to actually tailor what you're doing to make sure that you're feeding your audience. You don't necessarily want to feed your ego, you want to feed your audience. feed your audience what they like, and then you will actually be able to get back from it what you like, which is which are customers, which are clients, which is community, which is all sorts of things in order for you to build your brand. Okay, so that's understanding the why. But you definitely want to make sure that you store up some content and you have a content bucket before you start creating videos on YouTube. Now this, and I actually saw a former YouTube employee talk about this. He said, now this is what he said. He literally said this. He said, before you start your YouTube channel, you should have 5 videos already created. That's what he recommends. I recommend anywhere between 30 to 60 videos, and here's why. Because the average person doesn't learn how to make very good videos on YouTube until they're at least, according to the average, 100 videos into the process. So once you start learning to make videos and you're able to make and produce very good content, you will be able to sort of, edit those videos properly, and you've learned a system, you've learned a process, and so you'll be able to make videos really very effortlessly, and you'll be able to really do it on a consistent basis. So I'm the kind of guy who tells everybody, make videos, put those videos in the can all you can get, sit on the can, make sure you distribute the videos as soon as you can and how you can, in order so that you can live the life you can. Okay, so you got to think about it like that. So you want to make sure that you're producing enough videos, and you have that process down, and you work some sort of system down in order to get that. Okay, now here's the first thing. You want to determine who your audience is. All right. You got to know who your customers are. You got to know who your viewers are. You want to know who those individuals are. Now, you hear a lot of people on YouTube and that, do videos like this. They talk about customer avatars and building up your avatars. All that means is understanding the likes and the dislikes of the people who are actually watching your content and who are going to come to your business to buy your product. So you want to build out the framework of the individuals who are most likely to enjoy the videos and the content that you're producing. Okay, so that's my first thing. All right. uh Now, and I see some of you starting. I see your comment, Marianne, and I promise you, I promise I'll get to it. I promise I will. Let me see. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, and you definitely want to do that. And I want you to interact with me here. So if any of you guys have any questions, but Marianne says, good advice. I slow walked it, small audience by now, over 100 plus videos. Okay, great for you. And that's really what you want to do, Marianne. You want to keep producing videos, but you need to learn how to read the analytical data that's inside of YouTube. And we're going to talk about that here in a minute. But that's definitely something that'll help you tailor your content. So you need to determine who your audience is, but you also need to make sure that you have a unique selling proposition or a unique selling point that distinguishes you from all of the rest of the content creators. Okay, you need to have something that you're producing that's better quality, that actually gives more results and gives people, the who, what, when, where, and why, and how to accomplish what it is that they're looking to do. I personally think we have enough gurus on YouTube. I think we have enough people on YouTube that are trying to tell you what to do and not really giving you the most practical information that's necessary for you to really see a change in your YouTube channel. Okay. And I really think if you get some of the things that I'm going to teach you here in this, on this, video, you're going to be heads above everybody else. All right. So number one, we're going to talk about search engine optimization and having an awesome title. So the first thing that I will tell you, what matters most right now with YouTube and with YouTube's algorithms, because there are more than one algorithm. It's not one algorithm, it's plural. The first thing is having an awesome title. You need to make sure that you are spending time coming up with awesome titles. And one of the ways that I teach everybody to do this, if you're writing notes, make sure that you put this in your notes. I tell people to create a spreadsheet and just put down anywhere between 1 to 100 ideas of videos that you would like to make. Okay. Keep a running list of ideas. Now, a lot of people, you can do this in Asana, you can do this in Trello, you can do this with Slack, you can do this with any other system that you're using. Now, I typically love the Kanban style system for running all my YouTube channels. And so you just need to keep a running total list of all of the ideas that you have for videos. You should always, in my opinion, have anywhere between 50 to 100 ideas. So you don't have to always be thinking about what it is that you're going to make. Okay. So you're going to have a constant Excel spreadsheet that you create that comes up with constant ideas for your channel, for your audience, etc. So you're going to start with your title. Your title is one of the most important things. Now, with that title, you want to make sure that your title is keyword rich. That's a note for you. Make a note on your paper. You need to make sure that you include your keyword into your title. If you're trying to drive traffic to a website, to a blog or anything, and you're doing keyword research, you want to make sure that you're able to put your keyword inside of your title, but you also want it to look natural. You don't want it to look like you just threw the keyword up there just to throw it up there. You want it to make it make sense. Okay. And so that's the other part of that. Make it make sense, and you'll reap the benefit and the reward from that. Okay. So your title is first as far as that's concerned. All right. Now, the other thing that you want to do is you want to write a killer description. You need to be able to sell the click, okay? You want to make sure that the first few lines of your description are adamantly letting individuals know what your video is about and what that video is going to deliver, okay? You want to make sure that that is done for you, and that it's done in a consistent way, and it's done in a way that makes sense, okay? Now, your description can be anywhere between 250 to maybe 300 words, okay? So, and there are all sorts of programs out there that can help you write your descriptions and come up with your descriptions. You just need to use that and come up with your descriptions. Now, I actually teach you a method of doing that inside of my course, but and I try to make it easy for you guys, because if you're going to sit down and you got to come up with 250 to 300 words sometimes for a YouTube video, sometimes that can be overwhelming. Well, with the new way that AI is coming here and just changing the game, you can sort of use AI to even help you do that and come up with, descriptions for your videos as well. So you don't necessarily have to always do it, but I always like to add my own feeling to it and my own verbiage. And so it's important. You can use AI, but you want to make sure that you're using it in a more responsible way. So you got to write a good description, and you want to write a good description that helps people, in the long run, understand what you're doing. And so I really do that. And it helps with the search engine, with the SEO as well. All right. Now, this is not the primary thing that the algorithms are looking at or showing favor to, but it still matters as far as categorizing your video and putting your videos with other videos that are somewhat similar to your video. So you want to make sure that you're tagging it properly. Here's the thing: when it comes to tags, what a lot of YouTube content creators will do is they will put tags in their videos that have absolutely nothing to do with the video. You don't want to do that. If you're talking in your video about a blouse or dog training, you want to make sure that your tags in your video focus in on the blouse or blouses and dog training or whatever it is that you're making your video about. Don't put names in your tags that have nothing to do with your video. Like if you're putting tags in your videos that have nothing to do with your video 9 times out of 10 is not going to be seen. Like I've seen people put other content creators' names in their tags thinking that that's going to help them. No, you only put that person's name in your tag if you're talking about that person in the video. So if you're mentioning that person in the video and you have done the captions right, and you've made sure that the closed captions are done right and the person's name is spelled right and all those things are done, then you're going to reap the rewards of doing that. But if you're just calling out people's name and tagging their names in the video just because you think it's going to bring you some traffic, that's not going to work. So I just want you to know that. And so you want to make sure that you're using it properly. Okay. Now, here's the other thing. you want to make sure that your thumbnail pops. So your description and your thumbnail at this particular time with the YouTube algorithms is what really are the two most crucial vocal points of your video right now is description and title and thumbnail. So your thumbnail has to pop. Your thumbnail needs to, you know, it needs to resonate with the viewer, the person that's going to be watching it. You want to make sure that they can look at your thumbnail and say, oh my goodness, I want to click on this video. Now, what I've noticed over the last couple of months, and I don't know for those of you that maybe don't study YouTube, what I've noticed is a lot of clickbaity titles now are starting to find their way back into the YouTube source here. So a lot of people are putting these titles up that really don't really have anything to do with the video, and they're just doing it so that people will focus and click on the video. And if it wasn't working, I don't think people would be doing it. So obviously it must be working on some level, but I would just simply tell you guys, be very, very careful about it and just make sure that you're putting the right thumbnail on your video and making sure that it pops. Now, when I said think outside the box, I want you guys to really start thinking about, you know, looking at your thumbnails differently. Because a lot of times when we create a thumbnail, we look at it, it looks good to us. We don't really show it to anybody. But I would tell you, you want to do something that maybe you would normally do and run it by some other people to see what they think about what you've done. Because if you do that in a lot of different cases, it's going to make all of the difference as far as growing your channel, building your brand, and doing what you need to do. So you want to make thumbnails that look better, that are going to stand out, that people are going to actually want to click on. So that's really the key to that, and really, thinking outside of the box, especially when it comes to dealing with your graphics. You want to think outside of the box. And if you're not graphically inclined, you want to make sure that you're using, a graphic program that can sort of help you with templates and things that can come up and sort of help you with making better, thumbnails and stuff like that. All right, now here's the other thing. If you have the ability to upload in high definition, make sure that you upload in high definition. YouTube is definitely giving priority to 4K videos. But if you are producing it in HD quality and SD, standard and HD quality, well, HD quality primarily, but HD and 4K is primarily what YouTube and the algorithms are showing priority to. So if you're doing a 1920 by 1080 video and it is, in those kind of frameworks, you're going to find yourself getting a little bit of traffic, more traffic than a standard definition video. So if you're producing a higher quality video, you're going to find yourself getting a whole lot more traffic. Now, here's another thing. YouTube actually gives preeminence a lot of times to live content. So live videos such as this, they will find themselves out in the algorithm and being served to more people than just the average standard videos. That's just something that we've been able to see straight across the board. So if you're going live on your YouTube channel at least once a week, you will find that you will be able to get yourself a lot more, traffic and a lot more viewers to your channel if you're going live once a week and you're doing that on a consistent basis. So that's definitely something that I would tell you as well. So make sure that you're uploading it in high definition if you have that ability. All right. Now, the other thing, when I first got started on YouTube, this is something that I did all wrong. I did this wrong. This is a big deal with me. Because see, here's what I would do. I would create a video and upload it on YouTube. This is what I did all wrong. I would create the video, upload it on YouTube, and just go about my business. I did not know that if you don't go and check the transcription on YouTube, YouTube has the tendency to misspell all of the words that you are saying in your video. And if you don't go back and transcribe your own video and make sure that your video has the proper spelling of the words, proper spelling of the names, then in the algorithms, it doesn't really work to boost your views because your transcriptions are all off. I didn't realize that in the beginning, and I thought, oh my God, this is an enormous amount of work. But if you get a workflow to making your videos, it will actually become a systematized way of you doing it, and it won't become overwhelming because there are programs that are out there that you can actually use to create the file or the transcription file, that all you have to do is go in there, look for the words, play it. It'll show you the words that are misspelled. All you have to do is correct it. And I probably spend now maybe 15 to 20 minutes doing that. And so transcribing it properly, because if you don't do that, then when you say, I don't know, oh, no, when you do, because I was doing some review videos on the channel, let's say I say flex clip, which is my last review. If I say flex clip in the video, they're not going to spell flex clip properly. It's going to be misspelled. And I got to go in there and correct it. And so that's something that I'll tell you that you definitely want to do. Now, Marianne, let me answer your question. True Live and Fluting does count. If you are using True Live or you're using Fluting in order for you to go live, those definitely count. And I would definitely tell you to make sure that you're doing that. Now, the wonderful thing about Fluting and some of those other programs is that you can record your video and send it to YouTube as a live video. So you can be in the chat actually answering questions and responding to people, even though you're not necessarily live. And I also like the fact that it's able to do that. So it's one of my favorite things as far as that's concerned. So yeah, that you get a lot of good stuff from those programs. All right, so now the video length. The average video length that we're seeing that is more successful on YouTube, that gets a lot more views, is anywhere between 5 to 10 minutes. So that's your sweet spot. So if you're making videos on YouTube, you want to be somewhere in between 5 to 10 minutes. Now, if you're making longer tutorial videos, you just want to make sure that those videos are engaging, those individuals are able to enjoy those videos, and that you're able to make sure that you are consistent, that people are engaged in those videos, and that you're able to produce a higher quality video. And so about 5 to 10 minutes. Okay. And I'm going to teach you some stuff about, how to structure that. And we'll talk about that here in a minute. So 5 to 10 minutes is your sweet spot on that. All right. Now you need to use something called open loops to hook your potential customer or viewer into the video. Now, somebody said, what's an open loop? Open loops are things like this. Let's say I'm starting in a video and I start the video like this. Hi guys. It's Jay here with the Video Geek Squad channel. In this video, we're going to be talking about how you can use Flex Clip to transform all of your social media videos. And we're going to be talking about that in this video coming right up. Those are called open loops. Okay, so you're welcoming the person into the video. You're telling the person what the video is going to be, what you're going to be talking about in the video, or what they can expect from the video, and then you simply go right into producing the content. So you're talking about creating an open loop to hook them in. I had never even heard the term open loop, so trust me when I tell you, this is something that makes all of the difference. Okay, especially if you're producing good content. You want to make sure that you're using open loops. All right. Now, the other thing that you can do is add motion to create eyes, a feast for people's eyes. Make sure that you have some type of movement in the videos. That's one of the reasons why I don't really like PowerPoint per se, because these pictures are somewhat static and they're there and they're engaged. They keep you engaged through the process, but I want you to make sure that you're using some type of motion. So if you're using any type of flex clip, something, you want to create motion stuff in those videos within the first 5 to 10, maybe 15 seconds, that you've got some type of motion in your video. Because if you notice now, what YouTube is starting to do is YouTube will actually if somebody hovers over a video, they will actually start to see some motion in that video. And so YouTube is giving priority to those types of videos so that people will be able to see motion inside of the videos just when they hover over the video or they see the video. That's something that they take priority over. So you want to create a feast for the eyes as far as that's concerned. If you can add music to your video, you want to make sure that you add some type of music that will help you sort of boost the impact of your video. Now, if you're using open loops in your video, you want to maybe do the music for a few seconds. But here's another point. If you're writing this down, make sure that your volume of your music is low enough so that the speaker can be heard. Because what a lot of people will do with YouTube is they make these videos and they use the music, but the music is out, it's outshining the person who's talking. So make sure that your volume levels are adequate and that the person who is speaking can be heard when the music is on. Otherwise, people are not really going to like it, and you're going to lose some engagement there. Okay. All right. Now, here's another thing that you want to do when you're creating videos. You want to use what's called end screens or an end slate at the end of each video if you're pre-recording the video, to make sure that you're able to forward them to other videos. Now, YouTube has made it possible so that you can add, an end slate or an end card to the end of every video, including this live, so that you can direct them to another video that you feel will help them or that will boost some engagement and some retention on your channel, so that individuals will continue to watch the content that you're creating. So you want to make sure that you're linking to other videos and using end screens on your videos, okay, or an end slate. So it depends on what you call. Some people call them end screens, some people call them end slates. So it just depends on but you want to link those together. You want to make sure that whatever video they're watching, at the end of it, there'll be another video to link them to another piece of your content. So you want to keep them engaged in the process so that they can do that. Okay. All right. So the 12th thing is, make sure that you skyrocket your views and watch time with playlists. Setting up a playlist or creating playlists on your channel help individuals find the stuff that they're looking for and the videos that they would most likely be interested in. If you are not using playlists on your YouTube channel, all people are doing is getting fed some sort of random video. And if you haven't pretty much put things in a place where they can really go one video after the other video, you're going to create a situation where they're going to click on your video, watch your video, and then go to something else. But what helps you accumulate your watch time minutes is being able to feed them other content that they would enjoy and that they would want to watch and continue watching. So you want to make sure that you're able to do that and create those playlists. Doesn't matter, create playlists. And here's another thing, if you're a person who does some lifestyle vlogging and you have some lifestyle vlogging on your channel, you've got affiliate products on your channel, all sorts of things, you want to make sure that you categorize that stuff so that the right individual gets to the right type of content that they're going to enjoy. I recommend a lot of times, if you're going to vlog personally, that you have a personal vlogging channel versus a channel that you use for branding and for business, etc. I don't necessarily recommend you to have one YouTube channel and you do personal vlogging, because your business clients aren't going to want to see you shopping at the mall. They could care less about that. They're not going to want to see you cooking your favorite dish at home. None of that stuff they're pretty much interested in. They go there looking for information and for business. And so remember, as I said in the beginning, you want to treat this as a business and treat it as such. Okay. So you want to make sure that you set up playlists as well. All right. Now, here's the other thing. You want to tell them what to do, and you want to make sure that you give them a call to action. You want to make sure through every video that you produce, you're asking that individual to either hit the like button, subscribe to your channel, or purchase your product. Go to your website or wherever you're trying to send them. Make sure that you give them a call to action. Now, I know a lot of people, if you're not in sales, you get uncomfortable with telling people what to do. A lot of times you feel uncomfortable saying, I need you to click this link or hit this button or do this. But let me explain something to you. All you're simply doing is inviting them and giving them an opportunity to get more information. So you don't look at it as salesy. You just need to look at it as you're giving that individual an opportunity so that they can actually get more information. So you want to tell them what to do. And what I've learned through my 16, 17 years of experience when it comes to sales, People don't respond to what you ask them to do. They respond to what you tell them to do. Okay. If you have an A, B, and C, and you say, hey, which one of these options works best for you, and you point to the option, more than likely that person's going to respond versus, oh, which one, or do you see anything here that you like? You have to say it in a way that sort of leads them to have to give you a response. Same way with YouTube. You want to position yourself so that the individuals who are watching your channel will give you the response that you are looking for. They will either click the subscription button, they will either click the like button, or they will subscribe to your channel. They will go buy your product. They will click the link. They will do all of those things in order for you to get the necessary responses that you're looking for. Okay. Here's the other thing. When you finally get monetized, the videos that are monetized are the ones that are really going to go viral in most cases, because YouTube is going to serve precedent on monetization videos versus videos that are not necessarily monetized. Why? Because they're going to make more revenue. So keep in mind, when I say this is a business, YouTube is in the primary business of making money from their advertising stream. And so that's how you have to look at it as well. So your goal is to produce enough content that individuals will be able to watch the video, respond to the videos, and get that done. Okay. Now, Victor says, how many hours does it take to get monetized? It takes 4,000 watch time hours in order for you to be monetized. Okay. So, and I'm going to get into it here in a minute. I believe it's here. It may be on Saturday's class, because I'm also going to give you guys a fast start class on Saturday, and I'm going to break some more things down for you as well. So yeah, I don't know if it's on this particular video, but yeah, and if not, you guys can make sure that you stay hooked to the channel, because I'm going to give you some other stuff to help you accomplish the watch time hours. Now, here's the thing. If you're producing live content and you're producing content that people watch for a longer period of time, that also helps, Victor, when it comes to your watch time hours. Okay. So if you're producing videos that are maybe 30 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour long, then that's going to increase your watch time hours, and people, that just helps you in the long run. But I also have another system and way of helping you to achieve that as well. So yeah, you have to have 4,000 watch time hours in order to be monetized. And they will show you in your YouTube studio and where you stand in that. So that's never a guessing game. You will always see where you stand with your 4,000 hours worth of watch time. You'll see that. Okay. All right. So let's move on here. You also want to make sure that you give your video a jump start with strategic link building. Now, one of the things that you will always hear people say when it comes to YouTube is that, sometimes YouTubers confuse the fact of what link building or the link building process is. For those of us who do business, we understand that every single place that your video is listed, if somebody takes your video and embeds it on a website or sends it, that is what's called a link, or an embed link. And Google's algorithm shows precedent to the more links that you have, or backlinks that you have to your videos. Google shows precedent to that. So if you have a blog and you're producing YouTube content, you should be sharing your YouTube videos on your blog. That should be a process that you've implemented into your workflow. So once you produce the video, you upload the video, you need to be sharing every single one of those videos on your blog. And so if you have some of the tools that I recommend, in our YouTube class, I show you and walk you through that whole process of link building and the importance of link building, and how you can go to different services and use link building in order for you to do it. Now, you have to be very careful how you do it, because a lot of people will get banned by YouTube if you're using some of these black hat link building services in order for your channel and your views and things to go up. You can't cheat the system, because eventually YouTube is going to find out that you're cheating the system, and then they're going to do what we call ghost your channel. What does ghost your channel mean? Here's how you can know if a person's channel has been ghosted. If this person has 100,000 subscribers and you go there and they're doing a live and they've got 15 people in the live, and I mean, you got 100,000 subscribers and you can't even get half a percent of people to watch you who are subscribed to your channel. Chances are your channel's been ghosted, which means YouTube isn't even pushing your videos to your subscribers. It makes no sense. So you want to do things right. You want to make sure that you do things properly so that you can reap the rewards in the long run. I don't worry about being banned from YouTube because I'm not doing anything illegal. People who are always so worried about, they're trying to do a shortcut or create a shortcut. You don't really need a shortcut. All you need is a system. You need a workflow. You need to know how to, produce the videos and do it on a consistent basis, and you'll reap the reward. Don't listen to some of these other people that are out here, because you're just going to get yourself in a whole bunch of trouble. So you want to make sure that you do some strategic link building to your channel. Every time you post on Twitter, that's a link. Every time you post on Facebook, that's a link. Every time somebody shares your video, that's another link. If they're taking it to another platform, that's a link. He who typically has the most links typically is going to win the war as far as the ranking, because that means more people are sharing your information. Now, here's another thing. Here's one of the reasons why you want to hit the like button. And if you haven't hit the like button on this video, please make sure that you do so, guys. You want to make sure that you're asking the audience to hit the like button, because that also helps as far as the algorithm is concerned. And nowadays you will see a lot of YouTubers pause even in their live streaming video to ask people to hit the like button and to be consistent with that, because it really helps as far as, link building and link strategy. So make sure that you give this video a thumbs up, guys. It's really important. We want to make sure everybody can find this video as well. Okay. So that's what strategic link building. All right. So piggyback on trends to fast track your growth. Now, this gets a little tricky, because you may not be in a business or providing a service that you can incorporate with trends. But this is another way that I try to tell you guys that you have to learn to think outside of the box. Let's say, for instance, you have a Shopify store that sells, I don't know, let me say, earbuds. Let's say you have a Shopify store that sells earbuds. You want to find a way to take what is currently trending and use that to make content for your channel. So let's say, for instance, you find an article where, let's say, Snoop Dogg, or I'm just using him, or Miley Cyrus, or whoever you like, country music, whatever, Barbara Mandrell, whoever, Dolly Parton, find somebody who likes a certain type of earbud. Do some research, and you may make a title, or something that's trending, Dolly Parton's favorite earbuds, blah, 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 or something, the article that you've researched, and, use that as a trend. Maybe that person is trending in the news that week, and you can actually use that to boost views to your YouTube channel. Okay. Now, I show all of my students in my course, I show them where to go, so that every morning, if they get ready to produce a new video, all they have to do is click on this, and it brings up a list of trending things that are going on. And all they have to do is they have to click on or find what they want to talk about, and make a video about it. And it's there for them every single morning. They don't have to guess. They don't have to go looking for it. It's already there for them. And so all they have to do is click on the link, and it pulls it all up for them, and it's done. And so it's a very simple process. So, and so in order for you to sort of take away the overwhelm of feeling like you're going to be overwhelmed, having to look for all of this other information and look, and handle your business, understand something. I've created a way for you to be able to do that where you don't necessarily have to stress about it. Now, you can go to Google, you can go to Yahoo, because Google has a Google Trends. You can always go to Google Trends. You can go to TMZ, you can go to all of those other websites every single day, but I show you a way to put something into place one time. So every morning when you wake up and you start looking for new video ideas to create, you can just click a button and it'll bring up a whole bunch of stuff for you, and you can make videos, and you have stuff already at your disposal. So it's a no-brainer, and you don't have to give too much thought to it, if that makes sense to you. So that's kind of the way that I work as far as that's concerned. All right. Now, the other thing that Victor just asked me about watch time, in order for you to boost your watch time, Victor, and this was something that I wanted, to mention, and I think I mentioned it earlier, is that you want to make sure that you are producing good content and that you're getting good retention on that content. You want to make sure that people are watching the content, that people are digesting the content, and that's going to help you. But you also want to funnel them into a playlist or into other videos, because that also helps to boost your watch time minutes. So the longer people stay on your videos, the longer people watch your content, the more it's going to help you. And this is another reason why I recommend in your community that you go live on Facebook at least once a week. Why? Because if you're telling your community to converge on one place every week in order for them to engage with you and engage with the stuff that you're producing, then it's definitely going to help you boost your watch time minutes. And you don't have to think about it, because every week you're going to go live on whatever day that you've chosen to go live on, and it's just going to automatically help you build your watch time. And so you're going to see your watch time minutes increase by leaps and bounds when you're going live, because keep in mind, I told you that YouTube shows precedent to going live and live video and high definition video. They show precedent to it. So that's another thing for you to be thinking about, Victor, when you're thinking about your watch time minutes. And don't stress about watch time minutes, because if you're producing content on a consistent basis, within about 5 to 6 months, you've already produced all the watch time minutes that you needed. If you're producing the content and you're doing it on a consistent basis, you will hit your 4,000 watch time hours in no time. So you don't have to worry about that. All right. So here's the other thing. You want to schedule to maximize. Oh, I got an M in maximize. How about that? I told you don't have to be perfect here. You want to maximize your subscriber views, right? Um, um, so you want to make sure that, and yes, Marianne, just so you know, 1080p is HD, yes, and you want to make sure that it's in good quality. So that is correct. And for your point, Victor, yeah, Facebook is a little bit different, but I believe that you should be streaming on multiple platforms. When you stream, don't just stream on one platform, stream on multiple platforms. Because if you stream on multiple platforms, it will help you increase your audience faster. Okay. And so, yes, that's something that I do. Now, Victor, I do recommend that you do shorts as well. When I produce content, Victor, one of the things that I do this content in the mind of some of this content is going to be turned into YouTube shorts, okay? And if you are not very well versed at, making shorts, because all shorts are 1 minute little mini clips, you can buy software and you can have software that can produce the clips for you. And if you look on the channel here, I probably have given you guys some places to do so. So just look on the channel and it'll give you a myriad of places that you can use and a myriad of software that you can use in order to do so. There's a video that I made here on this channel for Pictory. Pictory is another place that actually can break down your video into smaller clips for you. So you can definitely use Pictory in order to do that. So you also want to schedule to maximize your subscriber views as well. Now, what I mean by this is if you are subscribing, if you are scheduling it, let's say, for instance, you guys remember I said you want to do 30 to 60 pre-recorded videos. When you do those first 30 to 60 pre-recorded videos, I always recommend you scheduling them Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So 3 days a week, you've got uploaded content. Now, if you want to stretch out those content, a little bit longer, maybe you want to post once a week, you can do that if you like. In the beginning, I recommend posting 3 videos a week. And for the first month to 2 months that you start your YouTube channel. Why? Because you're showing YouTube that you're going to be producing content on a normal basis, and you're going to be doing that. And what I have found in all of the clients and all of the people that I've worked with, when you do that, the algorithm starts kicking in and it starts showing you some really good favor. You're doing really good when you're producing that type of content and you're doing it on a consistent basis. It really does work, and it really does show show people that you're doing a great job as far as that's concerned. So yeah, I definitely recommend it. You do that and you use it at the best you can. All right. So let's talk a little bit here about the 4 ranking factors, video ranking factors for YouTube. Let's talk a little bit about that. Now, let's talk a little bit about your video SEO, which are your tags and your hashtags, because I kind of mentioned that to you before on the other side. But these are the four things that you need to be considering and always thinking about when you're making videos for YouTube. The first thing is you got video SEO, you have click through rate importance, you have channel SEO, and then you have syndication. So video SEO, click through rate, channel SEO, and syndication. Those are the things that you need to be considering. Those are the four major ranking factors for your videos. Okay. Um, and Marianne says she's getting a lot of activity on LinkedIn, and that's good, Marianne. So absolutely, absolutely. Let me see here. Uh, okay, got that. Let me see. Somebody said I intend to stream a Victor to LinkedIn as well as soon as good to see some positive results. Yeah, absolutely. Because LinkedIn works, but you want to make sure that you're using it and you're just being consistent. That's all it is. Okay, so here's the thing. With your video SEO, you want to make sure that your tags and your hashtags are done. If you're taking notes inside of your video description, I don't know if I told you, but you can have 15 hashtags in there. Only the first 3 are actually going to show up under the title of the video, though. You want to focus in on your titles and your descriptions as well as your closed captions. Okay, you want to make sure that you have gone in and that you've created the SRT file. Now, there are some services out there that you can hire, such as rev.com, who can transcribe your video for you. That is a paid service, but there are other programs that you can become a part of and that you can purchase that will actually do all of that for you. And all you've got to do is go in there and make sure that it is done properly. I actually use Pictory to do that for me. All my videos, typically, I try to keep them under 20 minutes and I try to be as quick as I can. And Pictory does all of the SRT files. I just go in there and I fix it for myself. Okay, I just do it myself. All right. The other thing that I mentioned is your click-through rate. You want to make sure that your watch time and you're asking for the likes in your videos and you're asking for comments in your videos. Especially for those individuals that are coming by this video, I definitely want you to comment and like and share the video. You also want to make sure that you're getting some shares on your video, and you want to help to increase your subscribers and ask for the subscription. Don't be afraid to ask for it. Okay. Now I want to talk a little bit about channel SEO here. What a lot of people don't understand either is that in order to become an authoritative channel, this is what YouTube looks as a channel that has become, or that the community of YouTube deems to be an expert in the field of a specific subject or not. Now, if you're just starting on YouTube, you don't have an authority channel. So this is what I like to tell you, and you need to think about what I'm saying. Think about what I'm about to say. What you lack in skill, you need to make up for in numbers. I'm going to say it again. What you lack in skill, you make up in numbers. Let's say, for instance, you're making videos about, I don't know, Google. On your channel, you only have 1 or 2 videos, but somebody else has 30 videos on their channel about Google, right? So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to increase the number of videos in a specific subject so that you can become authoritative on that particular subject. And on your YouTube channel, you want to link all those videos together just like you would in a blog. And for your blog, you want to make sure that you're referring people to those videos and that you've listed those videos in your description so that individuals can go there and click on those videos. Now, hopefully you guys understood what I just said. In order to build channel authority, there's several different things. One of the things is how long the channel's been in existence. Some of these YouTube channels have been in existence for so long, it would take you forever to try and outrank them. But you can make up in numbers what you lack in skill. So if you sit down one day with your Excel spreadsheet, what I recommended before, and you say, okay, well, I want to do a list of videos about keyword research. how many videos can I make about the subject of keyword research? And you go in and you make, I don't know, 15 to 20 videos about keyword research, and you've already scheduled them out or you have them on your list to make throughout the course of the year after year after year, your channel becomes more authoritative in that particular subject. Let me give you a secret. If you look at some of these larger content creators like Nick Nimmin and Roberto Blake and Daryl Eves and a lot of these other folks, if you notice, a lot of those videos that they're making are repetitive videos that they've made in the past. They've just done a twist to them, or made some a little different, gave a little difference to it, and they will put that same video that's up in the same type of category, and they do that knowing that that's going to help build the authority of the channel. So the more videos that you make on a specific subject matter, the more authoritative your channel becomes. So if you're making a channel about dog grooming, the more videos you can make about dog grooming and be specific to that particular subject matter, it gives your channel a little bit more authority, okay? And that's why your tags and your about section in your YouTube channel become very important as well. If you're creating your YouTube channel, you want to make sure that your about section is fully written out and that you put your keywords in relation to your channel inside of your about section. That's another thing. You need to write that down if you didn't write that down. Okay, so that's important. Creating your playlist and understanding making niche videos and niching down to the specific subject so that you can build the channel authority and SEO. Okay, all right, so that's that. Now, when it comes to syndication, you want to put that on your blog. You want to put that in the spaces and the places where you are, and you want to make sure that you're getting and generating some backlinks to that. Okay. Now, hopefully, I covered all four of those. I believe I did. Yeah, so I think I did everything there. So those are the four major ranking factors, and those are the four things that you want to consider when you're building a YouTube channel and you're trying to rank your videos. Okay, so that's what you want to consider there. Now, here's the other thing I want to tell you. You guys need to learn how to read the data. Inside of your YouTube studio, YouTube gives you everything that you need in order to see how long your customers or your viewers are watching your videos. They're giving you the age group of the people that are coming to your channel. They're giving you all of this analytical data so that you can read it and understand who's watching your content. So, what I'm going to recommend that you guys do when you're starting your channel, one day out of whenever you decide, you sit down for a day and you learn how to read the YouTube studio, right? And there are videos out there that'll teach you how to do it, but you yourself need to go inside of the studio, go through all of the tabs, read the data, understand the data, and read the links that YouTube sends you to in order for you to better understand how they're gathering the information in order for you to gain more subscribers. Okay. So you need to take the time to learn what people are watching on your YouTube channel, because the information that you're going to need is inside of the data. I'll give you a perfect example. When I first started this channel, one of the things that I did in the beginning was I said, okay, I'm going to, make this channel. I'll just give people a whole bunch of tips and teach them a whole bunch of stuff. And I'm sure people will come to the channel. Well, what I noticed was people liked my reviews of products over all of the other videos that I was producing. So even though I was giving them good information, they didn't really care about some of the stuff that I was telling them. The only thing that they really liked from the channel was actually reviews of products. And I saw people subscribing after every single review video that I made. People would subscribe to the channel. And I'll be like, why? I'm giving you such good content on the other stuff. I'm teaching you, giving you little resources and things like that. And I'm thinking, well, maybe you'll subscribe to the channel if you do that. Well, I noticed that wasn't happening. So what I decided to do, I said, okay, well, I'm going to give you guys what you want. I'm going to private all the videos that, even though they had views on them, I'll private them, get rid of them, and I'll just focus in on the content. And guess what? The channel is steadily growing every other day. Like, there are new subscribers to the channel every other day. People are subscribing. So learn the data, learn how to read the data, and you'll grow from your YouTube channel. All right. Now, here's what you want to do to increase growth. You want to have your growth goals. So you need to know what your goals are. If you want to grow, you have to set some goals. You need to know what you want to do every 60, every 90, every 100 days or so. You want to know where you want to be with your channel. You need to have realistic goals. If you're starting your channel out, you may just want to have 100 subscribers or 200 subscribers. You need to set a realistic expectation of growth so that you can grow your channel and people can see it and they can grow from it. Okay. Here's the other thing. You want to make sure that you develop some strategies. Let's say that you want to generate 500 leads a month into your funnel, into your business with your YouTube channel. You want to make sure that you develop the strategies that are necessary in order to funnel those people into your business or on your YouTube channel. And lastly, you want to implement your strategies. You want to put your growth strategies into action. Listen, one of the biggest things that I'm about here is you guys taking action. You need to take action on your YouTube channel. Here's the reason why, because I know it works. I've proven it works over and over and over again. I have proven that this stuff works. And so that you need to make sure that you're doing what you need to do in order to see your channel grow. All right. So here's what I've done. I have put together, guys, a full course called YouTube Know-How. This course I've made it available. I've taught numerous people how to do this. And in full disclosure, I want to give you guys an opportunity to get it as well. There's going to be a link in the description below so that you can take advantage of it. But I wanted you guys to be able to see this information, okay? And I want you to see what some of the people have said about some of the classes and the courses that I've done. Here's one comment where the lady says, "Thanks, Marcellus. I've watched the masterclass videos thus far, and I have to say you've already brought me to a completely different understanding of video/YouTube channel and marketing, and also how to do what I need to do to get there. I'm really excited about what you're teaching next. I'm also super stoked that I don't have to, that I can watch at my leisure and I don't have to worry about Saturday, even though it's worth it. It's awesome how much you've helped several of us here. Thanks a whole bunch." So that's one comment. I got another comment that said, "I just wanted to personally thank you for the great presentation you gave on getting help in your business on Fiverr, because I teach classes every Saturday. I was frustrated paying for coding jobs on there I could not use. After your presentation, I tried some of your tricks to upgrade my hiring process. A day later, I got a responsive, reliable, and skilled developer has already delivered beyond expectation." Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm giving you guys an opportunity to grab my course at a discount. But here's how I've done it this year. I decided I wanted to offer you guys a consulting service where you could sit down and talk with me personally and get personal help on your YouTube channel on an ongoing basis or personal basis if you needed help in any other subject matter. And so what I've done is I've created that. My course normally sells for $297, okay? What I'm doing now is that if you guys will book a coaching session with me, I'm willing to give you guys my YouTube course, the full course that includes all 6 live classes that I taught, where I took you to all the websites. I showed you how to do all of this stuff. And I'm going to teach you some software to use, everything that you need to know. I'm going to give you access to that for $197 if you book a coaching session this year with me. Now, you can actually get your discount code when you book a coaching session with me. All right. Now, the easiest way for you guys to build or to get the coaching session would be to click the link that's going to be in the description. If you are watching this now, you can actually go here and I believe this is the right link. Hopefully, this is the right link for you guys. You can go here and get a coaching session from me, and so that you can build your YouTube channel. And I did that full disclosure so that you guys would be able to, get my service and have access to me. And I'm going to make that discount available to you for a full 30 days. So even if you're not ready for the consultation now, you'll be able to use that and come back within 30 days to get your consultation. Now, here's what I want to do, guys. I want to get some questions out of the way. If you have any questions, you can leave your questions down in the comment section below. If you're live with me now, you guys will be able to ask me any questions, and I want to open the floor up to any questions that you might have. Okay, anybody have any questions as far as your YouTube channel, or any questions that you might have. I always like to leave it open for you guys. I know you guys were engaged with me in the chat, and I want to give you guys an opportunity because I know there's a delay here. All right, guys, because if there are no questions, just make sure that you guys reach out to me. Click the links in the description if you have any questions or concern. If you want to find out more information about my course or courses, you can, of course, do that. Somebody says here, Marianne says, I find the editing tedious. Have a few new AppSumo products and hope I can pawn it off to a VA. Yes, and Marianne, that's definitely one of the ways that I tell everybody that you can look at it. You buy the products, those lifetime deal products, so that you can get somebody who can actually do the process. But here's what I want to tell you, Marianne, before you hand that off. Make sure that you make tutorial videos of you actually going through the process of doing what you want the VA to do. What I have found and what will help you in the long run is that if you make tutorial videos showing the VA what you're doing and the process that you're doing, it will help them to do what it is that you want them to do. So you can always refer them to a video to say, here's what I need you to do, and click on that. And I tell you that helps, and it will make all the difference as far as that's concerned. Okay, here's the thing, and that's what I mean by making videos, teaching them and showing them how to do those videos. Okay, you can definitely make those. That's really kind of our responsibility, is to make those onboarding videos so that those people will know how to use our software and our service. And I'm going to show you a website here in just a minute, and it'll help you with that. Somebody said, how in the world do you find a VA? Hold on. Hold on. Did I do that right? Okay, here's the thing, you guys, you have to educate them on the software. So you have to make tutorial videos. And that's what I mean by you guys have to set up the framework for your um, for your VA. So you need to set up an onboarding system or process where they can go in there, that you've made videos about the software that you're using in order to get them to acclimate to that software, if that makes sense. Okay, now let me help you guys out here. Let me get out of this. Now, for those of you that don't know, one of the software that I recommend as far as titles and descriptions is concerned is TubeBuddy. Of course, I will put a description for you in the link below, but I use TubeBuddy to manage my YouTube channel. You can use vidIQ. Those programs are similar. They have little nuance differences to them, but primarily you can use TubeBuddy or vidIQ to do that. If you have a good editing program, you can get you a good software program to use. Now, some of you are way more advanced than me. You guys use Photoshop, all of those other Adobe products, Adobe Premiere, and all of that other stuff. I just try to keep things simple for myself. I use TechSmith's Camtasia. Camtasia works very well for me. I've been using Camtasia now for years. And I keep a maintenance program, so every time they come out with a new version of the software, I get the new version for like $50. I mean, it's very, very simple, $49, something like that. So it's really, really simple as far as that is concerned. Now, I want to tell you guys too, before I let you go, I do have a class coming up this Saturday at 2:30. Well, the meet and greet and the networking portion of it starts at 2:30. The class doesn't start until 3. We're going to be talking about fast starting on YouTube, and I'm going to be giving you guys a complete breakdown and some other things about YouTube and what you need to do on your actual YouTube channel. And we're going to be going through that whole process on Saturday. I'm going to be, showing you and walking you through that whole process. And so that's going to be on this upcoming Saturday. So you guys can go now and register for that. There'll be a link in the description for you as well. Let me see if I can pull up and grab a link for you. I don't know if I can grab a link for you. I think I can. Let me see. Here's the link to the class. Yeah, let me do that now. Let me put that in there for you guys. If you're interested, you guys can log in and register for that class. We're going to be going over, this is the week that YouTube built. We're going to be talking about YouTube this week and making sure that you guys are actually able to get a good start on your YouTube channel. Okay. So that's the whole purpose there. And there I'm going to be doing some mind mapping, and we're going to be talking about some whole different stuff there. Some of the stuff is going to overlap, but we're going to get into a little bit more detail there. Okay, now you guys wanted to know, how do you find a VA that understands the process? Now, here's what I want to say. Let me see. Hopefully I got to the right website. Here's a website that I recommend that you guys go if you're looking for a virtual assistant and you want somebody who can, uh-oh, did I do that right? Continue to the site. I might, did I spell it right? Let me see. Can you just go to the website? I might not have put it in there. Let me do this right. Is that right? Let me go to Google and find this again. Okay, let me do this. All right. Here it is. All right. This is onlinejobs.ph. This is a website that I recommend. I don't know if their website is working today. It seems to be running a little slow. But this is a website that I definitely recommend for you to go to. And I will try and put the link. Somebody said it's working. I don't know why it's not working for me. It's going really slow. Wait, I don't know what that was I just posted. Okay, let me see. Let me see. Da 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 da. Oh, it's taking forever. Okay, finally. All right, this is a recommended website. Now, this is a very good website if you're looking to hire and you want to hire somebody and not be that expensive. But you need to make sure that you have set the parameters and guidelines of what you're actually looking to accomplish so that when you hire the virtual assistant, you can actually become a little bit more, you know, streamlined. Okay, so you want to make sure that you've done the videos, but Online Jobs PH will help you with that. That'll help you get you a virtual assistant or somebody who can help you grow your YouTube channel, and relatively you don't have to pay them as much. Okay, and I know what I would recommend you to do, and you can talk about this with me maybe in your private consultation. Research what the average annual income and salary is in the Philippines, and make sure that your price is in line with that, because you can actually get a lot of things done relatively very inexpensively. Hint hint, if you are understanding that and you got a great grasp on that. I'm just saying, you need to make sure that you know that. Okay, so that's that. So that's one of the websites that you can go to as well. You can go to Online Jobs PH in order to do that. Any other questions, guys? Because I want you guys to ask me whatever you want, and I'll do my best to answer it for you as well. And by the way, guys, I use Vista Create to create all these slides here. And you can do this in Canva. You can do it in in PowerPoint and some of that other. But I just make the slides now online. I don't even download them and have to worry about all of that. And I'm not primarily a PowerPoint user. I don't like PowerPoint. I think sometimes those PowerPoint presentations are boring. But I try to give you guys good information here. All right, guys. Well, I really appreciate you joining me. We've gone for an hour and 23 minutes here. If there are no additional questions from you guys, I want to thank you guys. Please make sure if you're watching the video that you hit the like and subscribe button, and make sure that you subscribe to the channel, and make sure that you come back. And you guys are totally welcome. Thank you guys for joining me. I'm really excited and glad that we was able to provide you guys with some valuable information as far as your channel is concerned. That's really important to me. What is going on there? Yeah, let me do that. So thank you guys for joining me for how to create an awesome YouTube channel. This video will remain up. You guys will have access to this video. So just make sure, in case you have any questions or concerns, you come back and you watch it. And hopefully, it'll keep you focused and keep you streamlined on what's most important with your YouTube channel. So thank you guys so much for joining me, and I'll see you guys on the next video. I'll see you guys Saturday for the class. So make sure that you check the links in the description. Make sure you subscribe to the newsletter so you don't miss any of the upcoming classes. I'll see you guys on the next video.